Hi, my name is Puneeth. Welcome to my channel Everyday Space. In today's video, we're going to look at NASA's most prestigious projects in the works, called Artemis. Artemis' main objective is to take the first woman and the next man to the moon by 2024. There are many components and parts to make a mission successful. So let's take a look about what parts and components are included in this program. Obviously, the most important part of this program is the SLS rocket. The SLS rocket is specifically designed for this program and mission. The SLS rocket is made up of different parts. It is made up of two main parts. The first part is the two SRBs. The two SRBs are 5-segment solid rocket boosters. These are basically the 5-segment version of the 4-segment SRBs used on the space shuttle. Each of these SRBs have one engine, making 2 engines in total for the 2 SRBs. The next part is the core stage, or the central stage. The core stage have 4 RS-25 engines. These RS-25 engines are basically refurbished and modified space shuttle engines. These have been modified and refurbished for this SLS rocket. So just like the SLS rocket, the core stage also is made up of different parts. So let's take a look. This core stage is made up of 5 different parts or sections. The first section is the engine section, which will be connected to the 4 RS-25 engines that the core stage will hold. The next part that is going to be connected to the engine section is the liquid hydrogen tank. This will house all the liquid hydrogen that is going to be needed during the duration of the flight. The next part is called the intertank. This will connect the hydrogen tank to the oxygen tank. This will make sure that they are connected at all times. And the liquid oxygen tank, as you can guess, holds the liquid oxygen for the flight. And then the liquid oxygen tank is attached to the forward skirt, which is basically a connecting device to connect the rest of the rocket onto. So all of these together is made up of the core stage of the rocket. The next part of the Artemis program is the Orion space capsule. The Orion space capsule is a human-rated capsule for up to 4 astronauts can stay in for the duration of the flight on their way to the moon or Mars. This Orion capsule is specifically designed for the moon and Mars and this program only. So this space capsule will be sitting on top of the SLS rocket and get launched to space. This is the first space capsule NASA has ever created since the Apollo era, not including the space shuttle. The next part of the Artemis program is the Lunar Gateway Station. This station will be placed in an orbit around the moon in a halo orbit. They will place it in a halo orbit to perfect the maneuvers needed for a Mars landing. The Lunar Gateway Station will then dock up with the Orion space capsule that is also going to be in the halo orbit. Then pre-selected crew from the space capsule will go onto the station and go to the lunar lander. So this station will be made from international standards, so international partners can add on to the station in modules if needed in the future. After pre-selected crew members have transferred into the lunar lander, the lunar lander will separate from the Lunar Gateway Station and will do its 3 main purposes: descending from the halo orbit to the low lunar orbit, to descending from the low lunar orbit to the lunar surface, and after the lunar walks are complete and the science experiments are finished, it will ascend astronauts back to the halo orbit to dock with the Lunar Gateway Station. These is going to be the 3 purposes of the main lunar lander. NASA is looking for a reusable lunar lander, so many missions can operate without needing a new lunar lander every single time another mission is launched. Let's take a look about the entire journey a crew will experience during the launch. So the crew will be inside the Orion space capsule on top of an SLS rocket. Then the SLS rocket will fire all its engines and launch the space capsule into space. After the core stage and the SRBs are depleted and out of fuel, they will separate, leaving the second stage and the Orion space capsule already in orbit. After the checks and all the systems are confirmed, then they will fire the second stage of the SLS rocket, blasting them on a multi-day lunar trajectory to the moon. This will deplete all the second stage energy as well, so then it will also be left as space junk orbiting the Earth. Now the Orion space capsule is on a multi-day trajectory to the moon. A few days later, they will arrive and try to match the halo orbit of the Lunar Gateway Station. They will then dock with the station, and like I said before, pre-selected crew members will then transfer onto the lunar lander. The lunar lander will then descend to the surface of the moon. Then all the science experiments, moonwalks, will all be completed, and then they will ascend back to the Lunar Gateway Station using the reusable lunar lander. And then all the crew members that were on the lunar lander will then go back to the Orion space capsule. It will then fire its engines to break out of the halo orbit and then on a multi-day Earth trajectory back to home. When they're near Earth, the crew module will separate from the service module because it does not have a heat shield and the service module will burn up. The crew module has a heat shield and will survive re-entry and splashdown, waiting to be recovered by a team of NASA boats and helicopters. Thanks for watching. If you like more of my videos, please subscribe and like. I'm starting a new videos on Arduino and rocket science, explaining how a rocket works and how we can build it. So thanks for watching.